Hello. Today we are going to study chapter number 8, electrostatics. In electrostatic, we are going to study what are the potential energy, what is Gauss law, and what is Gaussian surface. So, the Gauss law can be written, that is phi is equal to q upon epsilon naught is equal to phi integral E bar into ds, where phi is the total flux coming out of a closed surface and q is the total charge inside the closed surface. Then common steps involved in calculating electric field intensity by Gauss's theorem, that is, describe the charge distribution, that is linear surface and volume, obtain the flux by Gauss theorem, then visualize a Gaussian surface and justify it with the electric field intensity E as unknown, and obtain electric flux by calculation using geometry of the structure and symmetry of the Gaussian surface. So what is application of Gauss law? Electric field intensity due to uniform charged spherical cell or hollow sphere. See the figure. In figure, that is circular figure is there, and that is called as circular figure, that is called as Gaussian surface. Horizontal line E bar, upside of E bar P ds vector, vertical E vector. So consider that is a spherical of a radius r with its center O charge on a uniform density, that is sigma, and sigma is what is the unit of sigma? That is charge density coulomb per meter square, and dielectric medium of permittivity, that is epsilon. Epsilon is equal to epsilon naught k. The total charge on the sphere q is equal to epsilon sigma into 4 pi r square. But for the closed surface, Gaussian theorem, the net flux is phi is equal to q upon epsilon naught. To find electric field intensity at point P at a distance small r from the center of the sphere, imagine a concentric Gaussian sphere of radius r passing through P. Let ds be the small area around the point P. Due to symmetry and spheres being concentric, the electric field at that point on the Gaussian surface has the same magnitude, that is capital E, and it is radially directed towards radially directed outward. So that time the normal surface of the sphere, that is ds is 0, so cos theta is equal to 1, means cos 0 is equal to 1. So E vector dot ds vector is equal to E ds cos theta, but normal surface on the sphere, that is E is equal to ds is 0, so cos 0 is equal to 1. So EDS into cos theta is equal to ES. Flux d phi through the area ds is equal to EDS. So total electric flux through Gaussian surface phi is equal to phi integral E vector dot ds vector is equal to phi integral E ds is equal to E is the constant outside the integration E into phi integral ds. ds, that is total surface area of sphere, that is phi is equal to total surface of sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. So phi is equal to E into 4 pi r square. Then substitute the value of phi, that is q upon E naught is equal to E into 4 pi r square. So E is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Since q is equal to sigma upon 4 pi r square, so we will get E is equal to sigma into 4 pi r square. We are going to substitute the value of q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught small r square. 4 pi get cancelled, then we will get E is equal to sigma capital R square upon epsilon naught small r square. Case first, if the point lies on the surface on the charge sphere small r is equal to capital R, then E is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught. Case second, if the point lies inside the sphere, then sigma is equal to 0, then E is equal to 0. Say example, a sphere of radius 10 cm carries a charge of 1 microcoulomb. Calculate electric field at a distance of 30 cm from the center of sphere, at the surface of sphere, and at the distance of 5 cm from the center of sphere. Now we are given q is equal to, that is charge is given 1 microcoulomb. 1 microcoulomb you have to convert into coulomb, that is multiplied by 10 raised to minus 6. So electric intensity at a distance r is E is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Here distance is given, that is 30 centimeter. Centimeter we are going to convert into meter, that is divided by 100. That's why we get 0.3 meter. So E is equal to, we are going to substitute the value of q. Nine into 10 raised to 9 multiplied by 1 into 10 raised to minus 6 upon 0.3 bracket square. So 9 into 10 raised to 9, that is the value of 1 upon 4 pi. 1 upon 4 pi, the value is 9 into 10 raised to 9. So we get 0.3 bracket square, that is 0.9 into 10 raised to minus 2. 9 into 10 raised to minus 2. So 9 get cancelled, minus 2 we have to take upside, that is 9 plus 2 11, 11 minus 6, that is 10 raised to 5 Newton per coulomb. Second, at a surface of the sphere, E on the surface of the sphere, R is equal to, that is radius is given 10 centimeters, 10 centimeter we are going to convert into meter, that is 0.1 meter. So E is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught capital R square. 9 into 10 raised to 9 multiplied by 1 into 10 raised to minus 6 upon 0.10 bracket square. 0.10 bracket square, that is 10 square 100, that is 0.1, that is 0.1. That is 10 square. So again minus 2 will be added. 1 into 10 raised to minus 2. that will be added. 11 minus 6, 1 get cancelled, that is 10 raised to 5, and 9 is there. So 9 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per coulomb. Third point, that is at a distance of 5 centimeter. E at a point 5 centimeter away from the center, from the center, that is inside the sphere, that is distance is E is equal to 0. Then electric field intensity due to an indefinitely long straight charge wire. Consider uniform charge wire of infinite length having a constant linear charge density, that is lambda, kept in a medium of permittivity, that is epsilon, and epsilon is equal to epsilon naught k. To find the electric field intensity at a distance r from the charge wire, the L be the small l be the length of Gaussian cylinder and small r be the radius of cylinder. By symmetry, the magnitude of the electric field will be the same at all that point on the curved surface. The angle between the direction of E vector and the normal to the surface of cylinder, that is ds, is 0, that is cos theta is equal to 1. So E vector dot ds vector is equal to E ds cos theta is equal to E ds. For magnetic flux through area ds is equal to E ds, then total electric flux through Gaussian surface phi is equal to phi integral E vector dot ds vector is equal to phi integral E ds is equal to E is the constant outside the integral into ds. So surface area of sphere phi is equal to E 2 pi RL. From equation first, that is Q is phi is equal to Q upon E naught, and equation phi is equal to E into 2 pi RL. So Q upon E naught, epsilon naught is equal to E into 2 pi RL. Since lambda is equal to Q upon L, since lambda is equal to Q upon L and Q is equal to lambda L, substitute lambda L is upon epsilon naught is equal to E into 2 pi RL. So E is equal to L get cancelled, lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught R. The direction of electric field E is directed outward in if lambda is positive and inward if lambda is negative. The total flux through the closed surface given by phi is equal to phi integral E ds at point P plus phi integral E ds at point P dash. Since theta is equal to 0, cos theta is equal to 1, so is equal to EA plus EA, phi is equal to 2EA. If sigma is the surface charge density, then sigma is equal to Q upon A, therefore Q is equal to sigma A. So equation, that is first equation, can be phi is equal to sigma A upon epsilon naught. Substitute the value of epsilon naught from 8.7. 8.8 can be written as 2EA is equal to epsilon naught A upon sigma A upon epsilon naught. A get cancelled. E is equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. Now see second example. The length of straight thin wire is 2 meter. It's uniformly charged with a positive charge of 3 microcoulomb. Calculate the charge density of wire, the electric intensity due to the wire at point 1.5 meter away from the center of the wire. Given charge, that is Q, is given 3 microcoulomb. 3 microcoulomb you have to convert into coulomb. 3 into 10 raised to minus 6 coulomb. Length L is equal to 2 meter and radius R is equal to 1.5 meter. Charge density lambda is equal to charge upon length. Charge is 3 into 10 raised to minus 6 upon 2. That is 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 coulomb per meter. Electric intensity is equal to lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught R. The value of lambda, that is 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 upon 2 into the value of pi 3.142 into epsilon naught 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12 into R, that is 1.5. 1.5 get cancelled. So we get, after solving, we get 1.798 into 10 raised to 4 Newton per coulomb. Now third example. The charge per unit area of large flat sheet of a charge is 3 microcoulomb per meter square. Calculate electric field intensity at a point just near the surface of the sheet. Measure from its midpoint. So given thing, that is charge, surface charge density sigma is given 3 into 10 raised to minus 6 coulomb per meter square. Electric intensity is equal to sigma upon 2 pi epsilon naught. Sigma is given 3 into 10 raised to minus 6 epsilon naught 2 into epsilon naught, that is 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. So 1.5 upon 8.85 into 10 raised to 6. Then after solving we get the answer 1.7 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per coulomb. So this much for today. So read this and solve the example.